lived happily ever after. Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us, and when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic within.
Ready to begin, let the wonder take hold. Feel it draw you in, watch the moment unfold. Spark a dream that we're meant to follow, setting out for a new tomorrow. Every step we take brings a new hope, a new day. Every choice we make helps us find our own way. Every wish finally put into motion, diving in with our hearts wide open. The story comes alive when we look with passion. Bury your eyes, it's just beginning. Your heart beats faster. You shall find your happily ever after. Find your happily ever after. You shine bright, so make a wish and hold on tight. There's magic in the air tonight, and anything can out there, strolling by the sand. Taste the morning out there, like ordinary man who freely walk about there. Just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Worries and what is there? Oh, and then I won't care. I'll accept one day out there.
Your destiny lies within you. You just have to be brave enough to see it, and then your journey begins. I will hear every story take hold of my own dream. Be as strong as the seas are stormy, and though the need will steam, I will rise, chase the wind and touch the sky. I will rise, chase the wind and touch the sky. Chase the wind, chase the wind, and touch the sky. Each trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the light that shines on the sea, it's flooding me. I wonder how deep it goes, and it seems like it's calling up to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? The light beside the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea keeps behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Trust me, having a best friend by your side opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
That's what friends are for.
Some people are worth melting for.
Say goodbye to the pain of the past. We don't have to feel it anymore. Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Love is an open
No matter what they say, you'll be here.
life, but all is limited. And at last I see the light,
And it's like the sky is blue,
and it's warm and real and bright,
and the world is
somehow shifted.
all at once.
Everything's different now than I see.
Flower blooms at first. It's the most rare and beautiful of all. Look inside yourself. You are what you have become. Remember, you are what you have become.
Of a flower, where the heroes will be waiting for us.
Where the clouds will shine when they see the
Hero, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be."
And so our journey comes to an end. But yours continues on. Grab hold of your dreams and make them come true. For you are the key to unlocking your own magic. Now go. Let your dreams guide you. Reach out and find your happily ever after.
The battles, the story, the losses and all the glory. We're changed by the way we live every day. Just look up and reach to the sky. We all have the courage to when we look inside. Dancing in your
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers of all ages, thank you for joining us this evening for our nighttime spectacular, Happily Ever After.
How cool. I don't know where to start. I mean, back.
Obviously, we're live. We started with a video that was not live, but we had to celebrate the official announcement. Fireworks are back.
Fireworks. Well, they're not back yet. They will be back in 15 days on July the 1st, 2021. Yep. Fireworks are returning just in time for the 4th of July. Going to be amazing. And I think, Morgan, just watching that just reminds us of what we were missing. And I kind of tried to put it out of my mind, but I see that and I'm like, oh, I got to get back.
Like, I know for me, and I feel like all of us Disney, whenever I watch the fireworks at Disney, doesn't matter if it's Illuminations, Happily Ever After, Wishes, any fireworks show, like it just like it warms my heart. Like it gives me like such good feelings. Like yeah.
And Brandon, we are absolutely with you. We cannot wait to see it again. But it felt like, it's within grasp now. It's within reach.
Yep.
Although I personally will be there and back before the fireworks, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. This is great news.
Yep. Bill, that's awesome. So we won't talk about the dates because, we're going to keep giving you a hard time for November.
It's okay. But,
you're going.
By November, things should be back. We're hearing that there are some pre-shows that have reopened. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, they're doing the pre-show again. So I think it's just a matter of time. Some of the barriers are coming down for social distancing, which is really cool. So that's awesome.
Which, of course, since the last live show, they did adjust the mask policy. Now, if you're vaccinated, this is the official statement. If you are vaccinated, you have the option now to go without a mask indoors and outdoors, but everybody has to wear a mask on Disney transportation. So if you take a bus, a monorail, a boat, a Skyliner, you still have to wear the mask. But once you get off of it, you can take it off. If you're vaccinated.
I'm okay with that. And I think a lot of that, we already saw some reports coming back from Walt Disney World that the buses, the dividers are gone and they're jamming people in those again. So having a mask on is probably not a bad idea.
No, I'm okay with that because, not to be too gross, but hey, at the end of the day on the bus,
The
sometimes
mask's probably not a bad idea.
I kind of might want a mask. I might, spray
Yeah,
some perfume on it or something. You guys know what I'm saying.
I get it. I get it. And Tina, yeah, who knows? Maybe dining plans for next year.
Yep.
And by the way, Tina, I saw your comment, and yeah, I didn't even put the Pirates on. So.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I am beyond excited. Because honestly, like even when I went in November for our meetups, obviously I'm at Disney. Whenever you're at Disney, it's fun. It's great. It better to be at Disney than anywhere else. But something was still missing by not seeing those fireworks every night at the parks. Mm-hmm. So now we've got that, like, as Disney calls it, that kiss goodnight.
That's exactly right.
And
exactly,
like as soon as I did our post to let all you guys know, I ran to my parents and was like, fireworks are back. Ran to my boyfriend, fireworks are back.
Right.
So I mean,
I think we all had that exact same reaction. Fireworks are back. It's like, oh my gosh. Now we don't know exactly which shows. We know that Epcot Forever is coming back.
Yes.
And Morgan, you and I talked about that probably a month ago. That I gave the heads up that don't be surprised if we see Epcot Forever before we see Harmonious. Only because, think about this, guys. Everything stopped all of a sudden. And Disney had planned to run Epcot Forever for so many months before they would switch to Harmonious. They have a lot of fireworks shells that they need to blow up, that they need to get rid of. So they're going to deplete that supply, and then we'll roll into Harmonious. So that's cool.
Plus, I mean, we also have to understand, like, they are still testing things for Harmonious.
We've seen that, which is cool.
Yeah. So there still might need to be some testing. They might not be ready to run Harmonious in 15 days. Hopefully they run them, before I get there. But then again, there is a part of me that wants to see Epcot Forever just one more time because I've kind of forgot it.
But I think you're going to watch it and then remember why you forgot it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that good. It's definitely was a interim fireworks show. But hey, Magic Kingdom's getting Happily Ever After that we just watched. Yeah. But Sam, let me ask you. So for Disneyland's getting their fireworks on July 3rd.
Which is cool.
They're getting...
Did they say just Disneyland or did they say California Adventure?
They said just Disneyland.
World of Color coming back?
No,
okay.
They said it was Mickey's Magic Mix. Are you familiar with that show?
I am not familiar with that show because it was Disneyland Forever the last time I saw fireworks there.
Okay. So I haven't heard that name, but then again, I'm not as in. I'm not in.
Yeah, no, I've not heard that name
as much.
You said Disney, Mickey's Magic Mix.
I believe that's what it's called. Let me pull up our post.
Yeah, and it looks like that was a show they had in 2019.
So that was the show when everything closed. Yeah, Mickey's Mix Magic.
Mix Magic.
Yep.
Which is good. That's awesome. And you're right, Audie. Fireworks are fireworks, and that's it's just cool. Yep. You know what? It gives people reason to stick around. And I kind of have mixed feelings about this because, and by the way, it's sort of ironic that yesterday we recorded the latest Disney Nerds podcast, which will come out later in the week. And the premise was, when are fireworks going to come back, and what are we most looking forward to when fireworks come back?
Yep.
And of course, people picked pretty much every show that there is, and parades. By the way, we haven't heard about parades.
No, we haven't. We still have the character cavalcades, which I'm okay with character cavalcades. Like, I kind of want them to stay, especially in Animal Kingdom and Epcot and Hollywood, because we don't have any kind of parade in those parks.
Well, yeah, at Epcot and Hollywood, we don't have anything. So yes.
Yeah. And even in Animal Kingdom, where they're on the boat in the river, so you see them floating around. That I think that's just kind of a cool experience. Now, I do hope that Festival of Fantasy comes back. I miss my Maleficent dragon, and but also this leads me to wonder. Obviously, they've already announced about the Halloween party. It's called the Boo Bash. Yeah, they said there was going to be no fireworks. There was not going to be a parade. Well, now that they've said we're going to have fireworks starting in July, are they going to change that? Are you now going to get fireworks for the Halloween party?
It's so that's a good question because, and in fact, let's touch on that for a second. The Boo Bash is we immediately say it's the replacement for Mickey's Not So Scary, but
Yeah.
I don't know that it really is because it feels more like an extension of Villains Tonight. And Jimmy actually pointed that out to me because the first thing I went was, holy cow, this is $50 more a night than the Halloween party was in 2019. Looking at Boo Bash. But if you compare it to Villains Tonight, it's only $20 more. So Villains Tonight is an after hours event. You get the free drinks and free snacks. There's no parade. There's no fireworks, but it was the Magic Kingdom after hours event, not so much the Halloween party. So I don't know what to compare it to, but it's interesting any way you look at it.
I mean, it's kind of a hybrid though, because you can still trick or treat. You now can trick or treat at the Boo Bash, which you can only do at Mickey's Not So Scary.
Right.
You could do costumes. Which could you do costumes for the Villains After Hours? I know you could do the makeup because we had Lisa. Went Ursula.
I don't recall. I don't remember exactly.
So it's almost like a hybrid.
It almost is. So I don't know what you compare it to, but the Halloween party in 2019 was $79 and the Boo Bash is $129.
Yeah. But also again, it is going to be like any other after hours event. You're going to get to do things that you can't do in the parks, like the trick or treating, like the specialty snacks and things like that. Me personally, if this is supposed to be Mickey's Not So Scary replacement, I need fireworks. I need
the parade. I need the parade. I need the grave diggers and the shovels and the dragging along the ground. And I think George has a great point there, which is this is a year of unknowns and things just keep changing and they do keep changing and we don't know. But I mean, the fact
sold out.
So, okay, I was going to go there because Halloween night was $199 a ticket, over $200 to go to this event on Halloween night, which we all went, holy cow, that's expensive. But we're sold out a day after the tickets went on sale.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, me personally, if I don't get the Boo to You parade and Hallowishes, I don't know if I would do Boo Bash. Because I'm comparing it to Mickey's Not So Scary. But if I go how Jimmy was explaining, that is kind of more like Villains After Hours, that makes a little bit more sense. It's confusing.
So click on Tina's thing there for a second, because she's right in those prices. That's for this year's Boo Bash. So the Not So Scary in 2019 was $79 and Villains Tonight was $99.
Yep.
So which one do you compare it to? You can kind of see where we're at on the lower end of that spectrum there.
Unless, like what Brandon said, is that there's fewer in attendance. It's going to be a little bit more exclusive.
Okay. So if you're Disney, you charge twice as much for half as many people and you make the same amount of money. Right?
Yeah. But I mean, it's an event. We didn't get an event at all last year. So I don't want to bash it, but it's not Mickey's Not So Scary.
It's not, but but at the same time, we have now, they already laid out the fact that the Food and Wine Festival starts on July the 18th.
15th.
15th, 18th. Yeah. So anyway, middle of July, Food and Wine starts. What used to not start until September.
Yep.
So is attendance going to be back up to 100% by then? What's going to happen? It's interesting times for certain.
Yeah. And it's actually kind of funny because we actually did hear earlier this week, I think it was either today or yesterday, obviously, Universal did admit that they are at full capacity. Which the Universal did, which the parks don't usually divulge,
Well, they're at
To an
full
extent.
capacity, but they're not stopping people from coming in, so nobody really knows what percent
Yeah.
full they would be.
Well, I mean, they're allowing full capacity. They're not they're not doing restricted capacity anymore. Is basically what they're saying. So if their capacity
Universal.
is yes,
Yeah.
so if their capacity is X amount, they're going to allow X amount of people in a day if that's how many tickets are sold.
Right, and we have no idea what that number is, but
No.
but that also is has Disney World ever gotten to capacity on a 4th of July?
Yes, Magic
Okay.
Kingdom has.
All right, I know for Christmas it has.
Yep.
But yeah,
we
crazy,
mentioned-
Mike. By the way, crazy. I think if they allow it to creep up.
I think more people are going to go now that we got fireworks back. I think people were waiting, like, I got fireworks now. Okay, I'll plan my trip. But yeah, it has gone to capacity because if you stay, as you guys know, if you stay on a Disney resort, you're guaranteed attendance to a park every day.
Yes,
Might
a
not
park.
be the park that you wanted to go to.
That's right.
And I don't know how that's going to work. Even we got the 4th of July coming up. Really, that it's not a factor because you still have the park reservation system. So you don't have to say, well, I was planning on going to Magic Kingdom, but you're only allowing me to go to Epcot. If you got a park reservation system, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, and it
but-
makes me wonder if they're going to increase capacity, what the schedule is going to be like. Are they going to do like they did in the past, Morgan, 4th of July on the 3rd and the 4th at Magic Kingdom? Who knows what they're going to do?
I feel like they've been doing that for years. That's been their normal. Magic Kingdom has the fireworks on the 3rd and the 4th for the 4th of July. I don't see any reason why they would change that. So
Yeah,
I feel like if they're going to do
agree
their
with you.
full, if they're doing their full blown out 4th of July fireworks spectacular, if any of you guys are going to be there for the 4th of July, I would expect that they're going to be like, we're going to do it on
I
the
agree.
3rd and the 4th. Epcot is only getting it on the 4th.
I hope that that's the case and that's what
Yeah.
happens. And there's some great points in the chat there because we don't know how many people are going to get in, but we do know now that people will stay until the fireworks. So there's sort of this interesting time frame where I'm headed down because I'm headed down between now and the fireworks, and I'll be down and back before that happens.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking forward to the fact that the lines in my Disney experience have been really, really short in the evening times because there's nothing to stay for. There's no fireworks.
Right.
And I think it's a really interesting state right now because attractions are at 100% capacity, meaning there's no more social distancing in the cars. So every row in It's a Small World, every row in Pirates is getting filled where they used to only be doing 2 per car, but they're limiting the number of attendants and there's no fireworks to stay for. So I think I might hit some of the shortest lines I've ever seen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, especially now that you're going, since they've announced, yes, we're going to get
Yes.
fireworks.
Because you got people going, oh, we're going down on, the second week
Yeah.
in July or whatever.
Yeah, people might change their dates. They might be planning to go here, end of June, and they might say, no, let's push it back, a couple weeks so we can go see fireworks.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been able to do that. I didn't have that option based on work schedules and vacation times. But George, I'm with you, man. Good for you. Headed down on July the 8th. Who knew when you booked that the fireworks will be back? We're taking a crapshoot. I mean, I was hoping go in the last week of June. I'm like, maybe, who knows? Let's see. I was just happy to know that I didn't have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 weeks ago, Morgan, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
No mask is so cool.
Well, I mean, when Jimmy went just a couple weeks ago, he had to wear a mask indoors.
Inside,
when you
yeah.
go, you only have to wear a mask when you're on the bus or the monorail or something.
Or in transportation, which,
Yeah.
by the way, I think I mentioned before, we're hearing that they're packing the buses again. There's no more barriers in there. So I don't have a problem with the mask. Yeah, we did talk about that.
And I will admit, so I normally do, a birthday trip to Disney, which happens to be right around the 4th of July. I will admit, with this announcement today, I was tempted.
Ooh.
I was tempted. Like, if there were more funds in my bank account, I would be saying, guess
We
what?
all have that problem as Disney nerds.
Well, I actually, added another trip to my
Good for
to my
you.
year. We actually have our friends, the Main Street Mouse, are doing
Mhm.
their first expo, the
Yes.
House of Mouse Expo, Thanksgiving
right.
weekend.
Cool.
Me and Jimmy will be there to represent the Disney Nerds podcast.
That's awesome.
So if you guys are in the area Thanksgiving weekend, you need to grab tickets. I'll put the link in our notes here.
Yeah, throw
But
the link in there. So some of the things I'm wondering, and it gets back to some of the other questions, will fast passes come back? Or I want to know when some of the other hotels are going to open, because we still know that Riverside is not taking any reservations. And there's still some restaurants within hotels that aren't opened yet.
Yep.
I know when I'm down, I'll be spending a little bit of time at Coronado Springs, and the Talados isn't opened yet. There's some interesting balance going on there, things that are or aren't open.
Well, it's kind of funny. So there's a Facebook group that I follow called Ear for Each Other. It was a Facebook group that started, during COVID, and it was for furloughed cast members to promote basically their side business, what is helping them get by.
Yeah, that's great.
While they're laid off. And most of the posts lately have been, I've been called back. I've been called back. So
that's awesome. That's so good to hear.
It's so amazing for these cast members, but that also means that we are getting stuff back. So I think I saw something that Yacht Club was getting back. And then I was actually in my local Disney store last week, and 3 of the employees there got accepted to the college program, and some of those people moved in this week.
That's great.
We're getting cast members back, which means that we are going to get those resorts and those restaurants and the resorts back. Yay.
It's good as long as they can get enough of them back.
Yep. But I
think that's the issue a lot of people are having, not just Disney.
I think what's going to happen is any of those cast members that can't come back for whatever reason, they found a job elsewhere, or, their side business, is a full-time business now. Whatever the case may be, I feel like Disney's going to have enough stockpile of other people that want to work for Disney, that once they get through those furloughed cast members and get through that list, they are going to have plenty to go through for a new hire.
Yeah.
So
I and that's good. And I just hope they get enough people.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Yeah. And there are some things we're waiting to open. I'm just waiting to hear Riverside open back up.
Yep.
To be honest, that's really the one that I'm after. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they definitely need to do the moderates and the values. They need to get those open. Because, I mean, we've mentioned it before for our meetup in November. A lot of us booked at Pop Century, and Pop Century is gone now. That's not available if you guys want to come to the meetup. It's full. And I think All Star Movies is the next up, and that might be gone by now, because I was actually looking earlier this week, and the cheapest thing was Coronado. So, hey guys, shameless plug. If you guys want to come to the meetup, you need to book your trips now. We need to get those rooms booked for you guys. You need to reach out to Jimmy here or privately to get those booked. Our meetup is November the 12th and 13th. And now that we have fireworks,
there might be a fireworks party involved. That was the goal last year, and it didn't happen. So we'll have to wait and see what Jimmy comes up with. But that would be really, really cool.
I'm sure we're going to reach out to Disney and see if it's even possible to do a fireworks party. And that's usually Thursday, which will be November the 11th. So
I'm with you. And, there's a couple other comments out there. Riverside in general, we love that. And, we'd love to hear that Bob gets called back. Nobody knows if that's going to happen or not, but we would love to hear that. Illuminations, Bill, I don't think so, man. We're going to blow off the rest of Epcot forever, and then we're going to roll right into Harmonious.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately.
That's where we're at.
And I am putting in the dates. That's the clicking that you guys hear.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. Yeah, so Audie said you check Coronado. See, and that's the thing, because the
Yeah,
value
you're probably
resorts,
down to one suite, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's so expensive.
the value resorts are going away, and people then are going to go to the cheapest, moderate, and they took all the standard rooms. So now you've got the suites available. So now you got to check the next one up, which might be the cabins at Fort Wilderness or Yacht Club. I mean, the Wilderness Lodge, whatever.
Well, that's why I want to see Riverside back online, because that's
Yes.
that's the biggest moderate on property. That's got the most rooms of
Yeah.
any, and that complex is huge. When you combine Riverside and
Quarter.
French Quarter, yeah, when you combine the two, it's the biggest.
Jimmy had a work thing, so he
That's-
just couldn't,
yeah.
couldn't come on.
Or a hang now, depending
Or
on how
hang
you
now.
look at it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like when they do Riverside, they'll do French Quarter. Like they'll open together, I feel like.
I do too. I mean, they share the same laundry services and things like that, so it only makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I would think that.
And Audie, one thing that I'm sure Jimmy's even told you, and I've actually been telling, I've got clients that are booking, here into the fall, because as you guys know, I do work for Jimmy. I go ahead and book them something so they have a room.
That's
But
right. That's where you got to
obviously
start.
Yeah, obviously we're hoping that other resorts open up. So if you don't want to pay that rate, if you rather pay something cheaper, hopefully, Audie, you got Jimmy keeping an eye out for you to get you that cheaper rate.
Got to keep open for
'cause-
cheaper rate. I because of all this, the demand is higher than the supply.
Yep.
And because of that, I think you're not going to see a dining plan for a while. I mean, let's be honest. The dining plan was to help sell rooms. They don't have that issue right now. So I don't think we're going to see that happening this calendar year anyway.
Maybe not free dining plan.
I would agree with that. Yeah. But I also think that until all of the restaurants are back at full staff, it would be difficult to offer a dining plan and not be able to get a reservation to every day to fill that.
Right.
And I think that's also the dilemma, because I know now I booked my dining at the 90-day mark, and I haven't been able to change anything because there's no availability.
Yeah.
I can't find anything. I mean, unless you want to eat at Disney Springs every night, which I don't want to do every night. I want to be in parks, but that's what it's come down to.
What, no boathouse every night for you? What's up with that?
I could do that if I was on a business trip. That's another
Okay.
story.
The family might not be okay with
that's
boathouse
right.
every night.
Mike's got a question there. Any new rides scheduled to open this summer? Not this summer, this fall. I mean, I think this summer is all about getting back to where we were. I think that's the way to best describe this, because there are still things that have not opened. We know that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is scheduled to open on October the 1st, which is the 50th anniversary. That's
we'll be there.
also that's awesome. That's also the first day for Harmonious, from what we know so far, although we're hoping for soft openings before that.
Yep.
Other than that, the Guardians coaster and the Tron coaster and the Play Pavilion and Space 220 are all slated for the fall.
Yep.
Not
So-
for the summer.
No official
And
set
some of those later
date.
than that. Yeah. The only thing with that, I should say that's differently. The only thing for the fall is Space 220. Those other two attractions may fall into spring of 22 for all we know.
Yep. And yeah, Deborah, I don't know.
I don't know.
They are open. They do have hotel discounts right now. Like they just did one for Disneyland, 25% on select rooms. I think they are doing some Florida resident and annual pass holder discounts for the rooms here at Walt Disney World, between 20 and 35%. There's no specials for the fall right now.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, it's all supply and
we
demand.
we got to get those other hotels back online before I think your good discounts come back in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything major like free dining plan or anything like that. But we might get these, 25% off select rooms and 35% off select rooms, like something like that, maybe. Because, like I said, Disneyland just got that announced today. But yeah, nothing
Did
major.
I misspeak there? I may have misspoke. Is it 60 days for dining reservations?
Yeah.
I
It's
misspoke,
no-
Brandon.
Yeah.
I just remember getting up and going, oh, we got to get reservations.
Yeah.
And I got Olga's for one of the days. That's what I'm happy about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the photos from that.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
Hey, can't wait to meet you, Clayton.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Tron, there is going to be a Tron ride in Magic Kingdom, Mike.
Tron
in
lightsaber
Tomorrowland.
run.
Yep.
In Tomorrowland, yep. Sort of over the Indy 500, the Speedway, right?
The Speedway, yeah.
Over top of the Speedway. Is the train reopened yet? I don't know that it has.
I don't know if it has either.
The train has been, the Walt Disney World Railroad has been down for quite some time as they reroute it for construction of the Tron coaster. That will be fun. It's and by the way, that Tron coaster exists today in Shanghai. It's a replica of what they have over there, but it looks really cool. I can't wait to ride it.
Yeah, I know. Watching the Imagineering story and them talking about the Tron coaster over there got me excited for the one that we're getting in Magic Kingdom. So
yep, and it's the same thing. There's no difference, which is cool.
All right. So Antoinette has a question. Okay, if you're local and you want to come to the meetup, you don't have to put your name on the list. On Friday the 12th is our Samplethon at Epcot. You can find all this on the events page on our Facebook page. It's in Epcot. I don't know if we've decided where we're going to meet. I think we usually meet in Canada, but it'll be on the events page. And we usually just go halfway around. We hang out, we drink, we talk, we do trivia for prizes.
It's fun.
You don't need to get a resort room if you don't want to. A lot of locals do, because Saturday morning is our scavenger hunt, which this year is also in Epcot.
Fun time. And I tell you what, Ed pulls that together for us and he does a phenomenal time. People come back from that going, I had no idea that was there. And that's what it's all about. Finding the little things and winning some cool prizes.
Yeah. You learn so much. And yet we put you in teams, you know, the teams usually get prizes. So some locals do get a resort room for like the night because they're there Friday night. They're late. They just stay on property because they're getting up the morning to come with us to the scavenger hunt. So up to you, depending on obviously how close you live. If you want to get a resort room, I definitely would recommend it for Friday night and, you know, come hang out with us.
Yep. Is 60 days? That's where we're at. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. I love it.
Audie
no
says
train yet. Thanks, Audie. And I'm not surprised.
Yep.
Brandon. And I'll tell you what else I'll put on top of that for you, Brandon. Think this one through. 18 months for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World takes you in the middle of 2022. And if you think 18 months from there takes you to the end of 2023, which is the 100th anniversary of the Disney company. Remember, the D23 fan club is 1923. So I think you got two 18-month celebrations back to back. One is Walt Disney World 50 years, and the other is Disney Company 100 years.
Not to mention, in the middle of that, next year is Epcot's 40th.
Epcot 40, right in there too. That's right. 1982 to 2022. 40 years. Oh my God, am I old?
Yeah, you don't have to tell me that. I feel the same way because I'm like, Epcot's 40. Dang.
Yeah. Even if it's not open, you're going to try to ride it. Is that what Bill said? I missed that.
Yeah.
The train's got to be close.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, you got to get a park reservation. You have to start somewhere. You can hop once you get to 2:00, but we'll be honest, we do not see the park reservation system disappearing anytime soon.
Audie, the scavenger hunt is going to be in Epcot this year. Last year it was in Hollywood Studios.
Last year's COVID reduced capacity
scavenger
event.
Hunt. Yeah. Which was still fun. I'm missing you and Ed and the families and all the other people that are normally there, but it was understandable.
Well, let's be honest. I'm missing an ice cream cone with Audie. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, not seeing Audie and Kathy there was also weird, I have to admit. So, I mean, I got my fingers crossed because we know Kathy's not going until masks are completely gone. Or Audie, is she okay with the masks on the bus? You know,
well, you still need it in the airplane getting there, right? I don't think that's gone anywhere.
You know. Okay, Antoinette, you live 30 minutes away, DVC member. I mean, like I said,
that's awesome. Yeah, come by.
Yeah.
Swing by, say hi.
Swing by, come hang out with us both days, one day. I definitely.
Look, here's what it comes down to. We either start on we end up at the American Adventure with hopefully somebody playing during the Eat to the Beat concert series, but who knows how that'll work. The only question is, are we starting in Canada or are we starting in Mexico? That's really what it comes down to.
And I think we've established that Canada, it works better. There's a little bit more space for all of us.
There's more room to meet. Yeah.
But again, it will be on the events page on our Facebook page, all the details. But definitely come hang out. It is a lot of fun both days.
That's right.
So yeah, Adi, switch your day. So Saturday in Epcot and Friday in Epcot. You got 2 days in Epcot.
I got to make sure I have the right days. That would be bad.
That's actually the only park reservations that I have for that week so far is those 2 days because those are our meetups.
Yeah. Joyce's question there, are we doing anything special at the event at the end of November? I will say stay tuned. And I say that only because we just learned now that fireworks are coming back. We had a fireworks event scheduled last year that was canceled because of COVID. Stay tuned. We're not sure. We asked Disney earlier. There was no availability because they didn't know about fireworks, but we're hoping.
Yeah.
And that will be harmonious, by the way.
Hopefully. There's no official announcement.
No, okay. Should be.
I just want to say that. We have we assume that we'll have harmonious by then, but not official. But I mean, also like last year, because we couldn't do the fireworks show, we did do our party in Splitsville, which was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So we might do Splitsville if we can't do a fireworks party because we'll not
figure it out and let you know. That's up in the air because of fireworks coming back though.
Yeah.
More than last year, Mike. More than last year.
Yeah. I honestly I feel like Ed kind of keeps more of the tally on how many people are usually show up. We definitely have a good amount. I feel like more show up for the scavenger hunt than our sample-thon on Friday.
It's also people come and go. I mean, you're not going to have to hang with us the whole time. Come around, say hi. We'll be there and then go do whatever you need to do. It's no big deal. It's just a bunch of nerds getting together, saying hi to each other and being happy that we're together in Epcot.
Yeah. Nicole, we wish you could make it too. We wish everybody could make it. We wish we could like Disney Nerds podcast the entire
gonna be better.
park.
I'm feeling a lot better than previously. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just a simple fact: no masks is definitely.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
You know,
it's huge.
But
so did we for fireworks? We just jumped right to the assumption that, oh yeah, we're going to get Happily Ever After back and we're getting Epcot Forever. Did they say anything about studios?
They did not say anything about studios.
Come on.
So here's the official what they put. At Walt Disney World Resort in Florida, July 1 marks the start of nightly fireworks performances at Magic Kingdom Park and Epcot. Happily Ever After will transform Cinderella Castle with lights, projections, pyrotechnics, moments from favorite Disney stories. And a part of the ongoing transformation of Epcot, Epcot Forever will produce a spectacle of fireworks, music, lighting effects over World Showcase Lagoon, hiding on themes, blah, blah, blah. And that's it for Walt Disney World.
Okay, nothing about Star Wars. Darn it. So we went through what we missed the most for the show this week. By the way, the Disney Nerds podcast, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff. And we all had our favorites. And of course, mine was Hollywood Studios and Star Wars.
Yep.
Which I'd love to see again. I have it teed up.
I say, which Star Wars though? Because there's more than one Star Wars fireworks in the Disney
There
history.
are. So, and we talked about that because it's evolved over time. In fact, if you look, and I recently posted a video to Sam's Disney Diary, which is from 2017, and I compared it to some of the more recent ones, and they added clips from Solo and from Rogue One and and it's so cool the way that they changed it up.
Well, I remember when I did Galactic Nights for Last Jedi, and they said every movie we're going to add clips.
And they
to
did
the fireworks show.
And Bill's spot on there. I'm talking about Star Wars, and he's right. What about Fantasmic? Yes.
Yeah.
Great question.
And that's not a fireworks show. It's a stage show. So
Yeah, I would love it.
Yeah. And Brandon, if you do the down payment, are you volunteering the down payment?
Get us a clubhouse in Golden Oaks. Yeah, perfect.
Disney
I love
Nerds
that.
Airbnb.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Yeah, I wonder why studios didn't get announced.
Not sure. And maybe it is a matter of Fantasmic versus Star Wars, because remember, for a while there, they were overlapping those. You almost had to choose one or the other to go to. You couldn't quite get them both.
Unless you were lucky enough to go and there was like 2 Fantasmics or something. But yeah, I mean, I would think if they could still do the Star Wars fireworks even without Fantasmic. Maybe they are thinking it's going to draw too much of a crowd.
It's possible. It's quite possible.
Yeah, who knows?
Not sure.
But yeah, we'll speculate. Okay, Bill says every Disney nerd must pay $5 to cover the down payment.
Yeah, that's not a cover. We need Brandon's to happen here. We need somebody to hit the Powerball or the Mega Million. I think we're all in that boat.
Yeah. Hey, I have already said if I ever win the Powerball or Mega Millions, I'm getting my Golden Oaks house. You know,
there you go.
I'll Airbnb a room out. You know, I'm willing to do that.
That's perfect.
And I say a room because unfortunately we know my parents are coming with me if I win the Mega Millions.
It's all good. It's all good. As they should.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we've gone about an hour.
We've got an hour.
Almost an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked all fireworks. We've talked about fireworks for an hour. How crazy is that?
Yes, we have. We've talked about fireworks for a little bit of Boo Bash or whatever the thing is. Yeah. But I got Star Wars fireworks teed up if you want to watch it. I'll just leave it up to you.
All right, guys. You want to watch some Star Wars fireworks to end
leave it
the
up
night?
to them. See what they say. We could do that. I got it teed up. What else we got?
And if we are going to watch Star Wars fireworks, I do want to say really quickly, guys, head to the DisneyNerdsPodcast.com.
The book
of the month is Star Wars.
It is the High Republic era about
Light of the Jedi.
Have you run into Yoda in that book at all?
They mention Yoda.
Okay, good.
He is a Jedi Master.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 200 years before the Star Wars 1, Phantom Menace.
Yes, before Episode 1.
Yes.
Which, and if you remember, Yoda would be a few hundred years old because he was 700 in Return of the Jedi or in The Empire Strikes Back. Sorry.
So he is mentioned, but I did do a review on that. If you guys want to check it out, if you're a Star Wars fan, I do recommend it. And I think people want to see some.
That's it. I'm going to hit play. You share it. And thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
What we'll see, Congaloosh.
This is Star Wars fireworks.
Please join us as Disney's Hollywood Studios proudly presents Star Wars.
Phasma's good.
Spectacular.
May 1977. A triumphant moment in screen history. At the world-famous Chinese Theater in Hollywood, California, Star Wars premieres, transporting audiences with these simple words. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Have a good night, Brandon.
See you, Brandon. Womp Rat Radio this Thursday night. Talking about Bad Batch.
Nice.
The future, the past, old friends long gone.
Have a good night, Antoinette.
By the way, notice the great movie ride signs on the Chinese Theater there. When it lights up, you'll see them.
Yeah, the new signage for Mickey and Minnie wouldn't affect the.
They turn it off.
Yeah, that's what. So
Yeah, there's a screen that comes down over it and they turn it off. Love this clip, the beginning of New Hope.
yeah.
That's just cool.
Who would have thought years ago that we could project stuff onto buildings?
Right. This first piece is all about the battles.
Yeah.
Love the lasers. Invasion.
You're in like a perfect spot too.
Would have liked to have been a little wider, but that's the best I could have done.
Yeah.
There's your great movie ride signs.
Yep. I missed that ride. That's no moon. Oh.
Today is the end of the Republic. All remaining systems will bow to the First Order.
Fire. I can feel it.
So this is how Liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Who are
This
you?
is the heroes.
I won't live the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Call this a diplomatic solution?
No, I call it aggressive negotiations.
I think I can handle myself.
The possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,700 to 1. Never tell me the odds. This is bad.
I so can't wait to watch this again.
Yeah.
BB.
You know, it'd be interesting if they add Mandalorian scenes.
Yeah? I love that on the smoke up there.
Yeah.
That's such a cool projection. Speaking of Yoda.
I love you.
I know.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
You will be.
You were the chosen one. You said that you were the smallest and not joined up. Bring balance to the force. Not leave it in darkness. For my brother Anakin.
I think if they add Mandalorian, they could then start adding Obi-Wan when that comes out.
Yeah, I would just add Mando would be cool as heck.
Yeah.
You could see Grogu up on the top of that thing projected. That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be really cool.
You are not a Jedi yet. At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Cool. This is cool when you're there. And
Yeah.
It's going all around you, and it's just cool as can be.
Even the lighting in the trees.
Yes.
Thanks to the show.
Snoke, he was added later.
Yeah.
It's time to complete his training. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started. Hit the target hard, give it everything you got. I'm going in. Pull up and cover me.
The fire is incredible. Get all the movie posters going now. It's cool.
Yep.
There you go.
That's like the perfect way to end the show, too.
It is. And you know, we watched that, and I think to myself, I like Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, too.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Actually, the first time I saw Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam was with you at the
There you go.
meetup.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Remember, you never know just what we'll see.
There you go. Thanks, everybody. Have a great
All right,
night.
guys.
We'll see you in a
Two
week.
fireworks shows in one night. We'll
There
see
you
you
go.
guys
How
next
cool.
week.
And more to come. So close. See ya.
Yay. All right. Have a good night, guys. Have a magical night. Akuna Matata.